So it's 9:17 p.m., June 10, 2019. And you would notice that this eye is out of sync with the other one. Well, that's the eye that I just got hit on. And here is the tagging of my hand. So the power is turned up, and that's near the eyes. Air, and it's hurting right now. See how varied the numbers are? The fact that I'm being harassed this way, and it's so easy to find out who actually, if people think that there was a prostitute in the building, it's so easy to just put a camera in the corridor and pick up who's coming in. Now, if somebody's setting somebody up, then you'd have men hanging around the door because somebody would be sending them. Um, and if there is no communication between the unit, the person who's in the unit, and the people who are showing up at the door, then obviously something is going on in the building. Somebody's sending these men to a woman's door to harass her, to stalk her, and to terrorize her. Now, if she is a prostitute, then the person is going to let the men in because they'd be expecting them. It's that easy, really. So this on and on harassment, this harassment that's going on and on and on, without any real evidence, and I am being flagged based on just verbal statements that people are saying, making statements saying, I suspect, I think it's her, but we really don't have any real evidence, so flag it. Don't have enough evidence to charge her, but flag it. And there's no real evidence that it's me, but flag it so we can monitor her, and then we can be monitored. Then she can be monitored inside of her home by residents in the building, which is a cover for trafficking. It's so easy to resolve the situation. If somebody thinks that there's a prostitute on the floor, then put a camera. Get the men. Who are the men? It's that easy because it's not me. So who is it? And if men are showing up at my door, as I said in my videos, that I'm being set up and framed, and somebody's sending them. So who's sending them? That is the pimp who's sending them. So it's a very good idea to put a camera in the corridor and see who's coming in and who's standing at whose door. It doesn't necessarily mean that the person in the unit is expecting them. It could mean, as in my case, that the person is being set up, framed, and targeted. In fact, I would love to know if there are men, and I did find on a couple of occasions that when I opened the door, there were men hanging around my door. And when I opened the door, they took off down the corridor through the exit. Somebody is sending them. So that's a setup and a frame, or just meant to terrorize you because the person reeked of alcohol and he was a Chinese man. And he was just standing there as I opened the door. I was going somewhere, so I didn't have any reason to look out the peephole. So I just opened my door to leave, and there he was, just standing there, reeking of cigarette and alcohol. And as soon as I opened the door, he took off. So somebody's sending these people in. So it'd be a good idea to put a camera and find out who's sending them, because the person is a pimp who's sending them. And it just would prove that somebody's hooking up my home to the net and is monitoring me remotely for voyeurism, whatever other rings there are. It would be a really good idea to put a camera in the corridor and find out if there are men hanging around, find out who they are and who's sending them and why they came in, how they came in, who opened the door for them. Check the cameras in the not the loading dock, the lobby. Because I'm the one who's doing the complaining that I'm being harassed and stalked and followed. So it's not me. So who's doing it? And why is it that the police is flagging me based on the lies being told by the residents, knowing that it's not me? Because there's no evidence. So I'm being framed, obviously. So who's doing the framing and why? Well, I'm talking about trafficking. I'm exposing something here in the building, so I'm being targeted and I'm being framed. So there is motive to target me. So the power was just turned up on my hand. Just got a pulse of pain on the wrist. Went up to 800 plus 900. So the power is turned up. Would it trigger the alarm? Yeah, triggers the alarm. Yeah. So I'm back up, meaning that the system is turned on and people are calling in and red alerting based on lies. When the simple solution is put a camera by the door. I mean, I'm all for it. If somebody wants to put a camera in the corridor, in the corner, and some apartments do have them, by all means, go ahead and do that. So the power is turned up on the eye, and you notice that this eye not is not in sync with this one. It's not opening the same way, and it's much drier too. So the eye is tagged. That's one really good sign that the eyes are tagged. And Rohini Besasa had a picture in the newspaper where her eyes was not in sync. One was droopy and one was wide open. And that's a good indication that she was being hit with microwave technology. And if she was trafficked, then the people who were hitting her were the pimps and the clients that she was sold to, customizing her. So again, so that's the computer. That's me. So you notice the computer is going up to 800 there. But if you point it directly, you'll see 800, 900, and nothing there, nothing here. But if I point it to me, so the power is turned up on the hand because my hand just started hurting. See, it went up to about 700 there. And my mouth just got to hit because it just suddenly got dry. So it's going at 11 minutes. I'm going to just stop there.